How does this situation affect a driver's family?
Well, I do have time for my kids first. I don't have time for myself. I just want to one day just go somewhere, take my kids walk. I just want to, like any other normal, have 2 days off.
I have a family, poor family, who wait in my hand to get a bread. But at this time, I cannot support them.
Family, we just, I could not talk to, but just only a few hours I go home, talk to them, what they're doing, I'll call them sometime.
I would love to see, to take my kids to the park, to school, and come after their school to do their homework with them. And they don't have that from me. And if they are lucky, they will get high and by. And that affects the family value of me. I mean, I'm not going to speak on behalf of other cab drivers, but I believe we are all in the same boat.
Knowing that Chicago exploits people that are already here from nations all over the world, it is hypocritical for the city to invite more as guests attending the 2016 Olympics. Perhaps before Chicago officials decide to host an event like the Olympics and invite international guests, they should first learn how to treat the international workers already here in Chicago with the same dignity and respect that they plan to extend to guests of the Olympics.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed for the city that would invite people from all over the world to come here and see their brothers, their sons, their daughters, their fathers, their uncles exploited and treated like cab drivers are in this city. It's a shame. It's a shameful thing. I don't see how the city can actually make this proposal with a straight face when they're not taking care of the citizens of the world that exist in this city right now.
Although taxi drivers are the easiest and hardest hit target to generate revenue, taxi drivers aren't alone. While stores, restaurants, and other businesses in Chicago are empty due to the recession, a long line of residents flow out of a Department of Revenue location waiting to pay fines to the city. Residents and taxi drivers especially are used as an ATM by the Chicago political machine. The 2016 Chicago Olympic Bid Committee assures residents of job opportunities if Chicago wins the bid. These assurances come at a time that allegations have been made that Michael Scott, a close associate of Mayor Daley, member of the 2016 Chicago Olympic Bid Committee, and CPS board trustee, has arranged to develop city-owned land near a key Olympic site, according to the Chicago Tribune. So yes, there will be opportunities, but these opportunities will be made available to the usual parties, Daley's associates. These assurances of job opportunities by the Chicago Olympic Bid Committee come at a time that we should already be seeing for hire signs as a result of the federal stimulus package. Instead, our city officials are going on shopping sprees for hybrid CTA buses and spending the American public's money in ways that the funds were not meant to be spent. The 2016 Olympic Bid Committee states in their presentation to Chicago communities that previous U.S. cities that have hosted the Olympics have received federal money to repair infrastructure, suggesting that Chicago may also receive that money. The American public cannot afford to sacrifice their hard-earned money for Chicago's Olympic bid while struggling through a recession.
This is just give us a lot of hardship life. We're human beings to live like everybody.
I will say, Mayor Daley, stop using your power and stop exercising over the cab drivers.
Mayor Daley, we have kids, and so do you. How would we tell our kids to be a decent Americans while we are in this situation? They see us every day, every night, frustrating, and they ask us why and what happened. What do you expect us to tell them?
To think about us more, and we need to have, decent living like any other, like with other jobs, because we are doing a service to the community, not only, and everybody who come to Chicago, they see us first, and we want to just have decent life like normal people. That's what we're asking.
Chicago could not function as it does without this economic entity. And you need to make sure that we get a living wage and we don't have to work 80 hours a week, which is twice as much as this is the city that gave rise to the 8-hour workday and the 40-hour work week. And here we are 120 years after those riots by immigrants in 1886, which gave rise to the whole union movement in this whole country. And here we are being exploited 120 years after that right was won by every worker in the world. And here we are in Chicago, and we don't even have that right. So please, you need to make sure that we get a living wage. Thank you.